Hey, welcome in. How's everyone doing? Spark, we're back. We're doing some fun
Ah,
stuff today. I need to do a test. I know it's less efficient to do it like this, but it probably won't be too bad. It might be a couple ticks slower, which is probably fine. But today I need to figure out how long it's going to take to cut down 100 oak trees and plant 200 acorns. I always have to do this every time. So we're just gonna start with that. See how it goes, and go from there. Ace, hello. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm gonna do a test where I just chop the trees first. And see how long it takes to just chop the trees. Actually, I want this. Yeah, that's fine. Get that out of my inventory. My inventory is so messed up right now. It's fine. So I just want to do a test where I chop down all the trees first and see how long that takes me. I think it would make sense to start right here. I think it'd be faster to do... Robin, you are throwing me off. Stop hitting wood. It's a lot. I want that. Now kind of getting close to my first perfection. Nice. You're 3 spring, so far, and I'm on console. I'm excited. Nice. That's good to hear. I actually haven't completed perfection myself. So congrats. I hope it goes well. Oh, that takes forever. Yeah, the step explosion is very nice. That took almost 2 hours. Shit. Well, we got 100 and... like, we have more acorns over here, but... I'm gonna do a couple more attempts at it and see how fast I can get it, but... Yeah, the one tap on stumps is amazing. I definitely don't want that to take 2 hours. It was satisfying to listen to, though. I'm not sure if it would be too hard for you if you can attempt this challenge. Oh, no, I haven't had the time to do perfection, really. Never actually married anyone in this game. I have Krobus moved in on one file, but that's about it. It's satisfying to listen to. Um, yeah, so let me try that again. The timing actually probably works out for what I want to do here. Let me try. I'm gonna try it again and see if I can get that faster. This time I'm just gonna do one line of tree at a time. See if I can improve the speed of it. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can get this faster. Um, Probably be something like this. Okay, I'm just gonna go down the lines. No, I'm not gonna bomb them. I 3-tap the trees. This is like having an Iridium axe, so. Hi Ties, welcome in. And Tanya. Yeah, this is a enchanted steel axe, so this does the same damage as an Iridium axe. Hey, Cordite. You can get the seeds if you tap it with your axe at any point in the day. But not if you tap it on one day and then sleep and then reset and bomb. But if you tap it on one day and then sleep and bomb it the next day without a reset, it still gives you the acorn. Okay, that was a little bit faster. You gonna leave the stumps? Yeah, Cord, but I've routed this to be like pretty specific for the number of trees if I set up 200 today, I'm gonna do like probably like a little bit more than 200. But it's not necessary for me to go overboard because I have a specific route in mind for the number of trees that I'm doing here. So as long as I stay on track there, I don't need the extra acorns. And yeah, I could leave a bunch of stumps, but many of them are gonna grow in between now and when the next round of trees grow, and that's just gonna be a pain. I mean, sure, I'd get some extra wood out of it, but I think it's just gonna make it a pain to set up acorns the next time around, because there'd be so many saplings and stuff everywhere that I'm gonna have to scythe and get out of my way. So I think it'd just be better to clear the stumps. It also makes it a little easier for me to set up my next round of acorns because that's a bit of a struggle for me. So like, I'm leaving some of them, just random ones that are out of my way to chop, but for the most part, I'm taking them all. So let me show you guys my GIMP project for this. Whoa. Please, GIMP, come over here. All right. This is the GIMP project. So I've done a couple tests. This is how I want to plant my acorns. I love how the acorns when they're tree fertilized turn red. I think that's really cool. So basically, like this is what the predictor shows when you just use the predictor in show 2. This is way too much clutter. Like you can't really tell what's going on here. Like where do you plant? So what I did was, let me show this. So this is the screenshot of today, this morning, before I chopped anything. If you So what I did was I made um this pattern here. So I basically took like this image and I selected the ones that I wanted to use. And then I only did it on like one line. Because these lines are all identical and they're just shifted left 7 down, left 11 down 7. So what you can do is um you can just take this. You can see all of these acorns are on the double trees, all those trees drop 2. And you can just move this. It's up 3, right 4. So you could just take this whole image, all these acorns, and you just move them up 3, right 4. And the reason, like you can see, this is a really big file is because I extended that pattern to go all the way out here. I think this is the right one. But anyway, it might go off to the left as well. But like you can take this and move these up and right. That's not what I wanted to do. This. Move these up and right. And then they match up with what you're going to do on the 26th. So basically, like here's where the old trees were, and here's where I need to plant. Like a lot of these stumps here don't collide, like don't block any of the other trees from growing. So like theoretically I could leave a bunch of these stumps up. Like this one would have to go, but like this one doesn't. But I just think it'd make for too much clutter on the next round. And I'm already routed for using all the tree fertilizer to get enough anyway. Like sure, I could save some tree fertilizer if I get extra acorns in the end, but I'm not sure. Hey Kashira, appreciate it. Welcome in. Um, I just think it's they're gonna have to go eventually, and I already have a route for it all. So basically, this is what I want to plant here. Um, and I think, yeah, this is my image. If I take this and I turn the opacity down, you can see um, those are all on double spots. So basically what I can do is um, just go through and like this test that I'm doing, let me actually turn this off for a sec. I think this is exactly 200 acorns, which is perfect because you can see there's 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was thinking about either just going straight across or doing like a zigzag where like you do 4 and then you go up and you do 4 and then you go down and do 4. You just keep zigzagging back and forth. And I estimate you'd have to go up and down about 10 times across this whole distance, which is 40 tiles. It should be like 2 tiles of walking. No, some of it's 3 tiles of walking. That would be almost the same distance. It would be 10, yeah, 10 times up and down. And if it was 3 tiles, that's still only 30 tiles of walking. And the distance across is 38. So I'm just gonna make this test be a test of like without the zigzag, and I just want to do the full straight lines. So I'm gonna pull this up and put it on my other monitor, just so you guys have seen that. I wanted to show. And I don't like how my pattern dropped me off in the middle of the farm. So I think when we start, okay, so that took 2 hours to chop all the trees, and that's good to know. I'll do something a little weird. Uh, what I'll do is I'll just start at the bottom and then go right and then left, right, left, right. Yeah, that'll drop me off. So I'll go down and left, and then when I come back to the right, I'll do the zigzag on that section that I missed. All right, so let's come down to this right here. And I'm basically just gonna reference that image and plant acorns where it tells me to plant. So this one would start right here on this little T shape. Okay. Um, I just want to see how long this takes me to do. So this is just a test. So it's 2, 1, 2, 3. You have to be really careful not to... Yeah, okay. Not to make mistakes with your tree fertilizer, otherwise you have to delete it, which is a big sad. Delete. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. 2, 2. Dang it. 3, 2, 2. Okay, that's one line. It took about 20 minutes to do half a line. And I'll start here. And 2, 1, 2, 3. And 2, 3, 2, 2. Where am I at? Kind of hard to keep track of where you are. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Actually, what you can do is actually take these, like this 3 here. Like, say, this is my next tile I need to plant. If I go left 11, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and down 7. So I can basically use this one as a reference for where my next one is going. So that's 3. Wait, was that right? Seems wrong. Oh, duh. 2, 4, 6. Huh. Uh, you trying to memorize the seed? I'm planting acorns in a specific way that guarantees each one of them will drop 2. Something a little weird going on here. Two, three, four, 5, 7. 2, 3. Why am I getting a repeating? I need to check a predictor. I hope I didn't make a mistake with my reference file. Um, Wait, now I have it loaded in already. Huh. There's a mistake somewhere. Uh-oh. I was so meticulous when I made this. How did that happen? Uh, what? Everything is lining up except for like a couple. I'm glad I noticed. Ah, I think I can fix it, but it's gonna be kind of a pain. It'll work. So it's actually reasonable to get pressure nozzles if you do dangerous mines shenanigans. Yeah, I could have gotten 8 pressure nozzles from yesterday. Um, you can manip them from any boss slime that you see. But I don't know how many you can expect to get from that. I mean, each pressure nozzle that you get from the, I don't know how the hell I got 8 boss slimes. I went for the treasure floors. I kind of regret not getting a couple like if I knew I was gonna get 8, I would have gotten 4 pressure nozzles and converted my greenhouse the pressure nozzle setup. And that would have allowed me to um get 3 extra tiles there. Let's stick for an ancient fruit strat if you need to sprinkle the farm. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Um, Man, there's a mistake in my acorn plan. That's really bothering me. I think I can fix it quite easily for now. Just do a band-aid fix on it. And then double check things later. I think I would just have to do magic wand. Everything, it looks like all the mistake. It looks like it's just on this one pattern. I don't know how that happened. I should be able to fix it just by moving them all up one. Yeah, it looks to be fine. So I just need to do some shenanigans. No, that one doesn't go up one. We can already get 3 per tick. Damn it, dude, stop making me want to min-max. Yeah, the ancient fruit farm would be really cool. Um, Honestly, I think horse flute strats might be viable for ancient fruit for seed makers. if you get a horse flute and just keep calling it back to you, I mean, it would be an absolute pain. How did that happen? So weird. Oh, why did it move the whole fucking thing? I just wanted to move what I have selected. Oh, pick a layer or guide. What? Why is it? Oh, move selection. Okay, there we go. What? Huh? Okay, I just need to copy, delete, paste, move, layer, up, then anchor. Okay, sorry, I'm almost done fixing my stuff here. I think it's you. Um, there's just couple small mistakes with my pattern for some reason that I'm gonna have to figure out. Move, select, cut, paste. Okay, there you go. Okay, so kind of annoying, but um, what? I thought I. Okay, not that one. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I believe I fixed what I needed to fix. Um, but there are some incorrect tiles here. I don't know how that happened. Um, but that's annoying. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna time how long it takes to walk from one end of the farm to the other. And then we'll just pause buffer as best we can. And then estimate it times 6. All right, I'll start at 9. Okay, let's say it takes 20 minutes. Okay, so that's 2 hours to chop the trees. 20 minutes per line times 6 lines. That would be another 2 hours, right? So I'm gonna need at least 4 hours. 5 hours for these acorns, at least. Good. So the lucky lunch will last 15 hours, and then 5 hours is the rest of the day. But I really don't want to do these acorns at the end of the day, because doing well, I'll have double glowstone here, triple glowstone. So I don't mind doing it in the dark. Plus the pigs will be away. I think it'd be a little more challenging in the dark. To see some of the pattern. But I would hate to, you know, do the acorns and then do the mines and not get the mines done. But also, like, there's a couple of things I want to do in the morning. So I don't really want to. Ah, man. So at 8:30, I need to smelt some iron. And then 10:30, I want to smelt radioactive ore. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only 4 hours, but I could get most of the acorns done in that time. And then I could just, if I smelt radioactive ore at 10:30, it would be done in the evening, so I could smelt again. What's the latest I could smelt and then smelt again by 150? The radioactive bars take 9 hours and 20 minutes. So let's say 1. 4. If I am done by smelting at 4, they'll be ready at 120. So I have to be smelted by 4. And if I do trees first, and they take me 5 hours, 11, and then I could radioactive farm from 11 to 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. I have 135. I wouldn't be able to get a full smelt in, but that'd be fine. Probably get a full smelt in the evening. Shit. I guess I have to do the trees first, man. It'll be better. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll chop all the trees on the farm. And then I'm gonna warp away. Do my smelt. I'm gonna have to go to Clint, and then I'd like to hit the quarry. I technically don't need to hit the quarry. I think I'm gonna just do the straight 200 and not get any extra, and just leave the stuff in the quarry for now. It's not that big of a deal. That way I can best use these speed buffs before I switch. Wait, what am I doing? Oh. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna chop trees. It would make sense for me to plant while I'm chopping these first trees, but I think I'm just gonna do them separate just for sanity, because it's kind of hard to do both. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let me try again. Something was bad with that I did not like. I think I'm gonna start on the bottom and work my way up, because that was bothering me. Okay. Jeez. So loud. Um, I'm considering going the other way again. And then I can get the battery pack from the traveling cart here. Man, let's do this. All right. I'm on a cost to get a star drop roll in slots. Yeah, good luck. It's gonna take a while. Like, do I really need to get those extra ones? Oh, I want to because I want to get them because I'm on the brink of getting level 8 forging here, and I'd like to secure it for today. So, let me check something. That is a lot of wood. Wait, 127. That's a lot of acorns. I think I forgot to shake one of here too, so that's 228. So, this is nuts. With radioactive bars, 20 radioactive bars. I just gotta make those. I really not have inventory space for this. I guess I can delete the sap. I could have left the hay as well. Yeah. 20 radioactive bars is the correct amount to get 500 iron and 100 coal. And that's a full smelt of my furnaces, which is nuts. Can I warp, please? Thank you. Hey, Godzilla, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed ancient fruit farming doesn't work on in the mines. The only thing I could think of is like how much radioactive ore did I get? 635, which is equivalent to I'm kind of working under the assumption that since one explosive ammo shot gets you at a minimum of 2 radioactive ore. I'm gonna say 2. That's an average. You're gonna get more on some shots, but you're gonna miss some shots. So let's just say 1 shot gets you 2 ore. 2 ore is 870 times 2, which is 1740. But if we actually look at the full price of the radioactive ore, let's for now not count the coal cost of smelting radioactive ore, because you actually get a ton of coal while farming radioactive ore. And we're not accounting for that either. So for now, let's just say radioactive ore is 900 gold a pop, 4,500 over 5. So 900 times 2 is 1,800. 1 explosive ammo is 180. So that's 10% of your profits. So 635 times 900 is 571. So that's 57 grand for explosive ammo. So let's just minus 57150. So we made 514,350 gold. And if we divide by 270, that's the equivalent of almost 2,000 iridium ore. And we got a crystallarium from a boss slime. We almost got our wheat seed. We got a corn seed, which totally trolled me. We actually got we only killed 7 of the 8 boss slimes that spawned for us. One of them we just didn't see, but that's fine. And then the rest of it. So we just got a full smelt worth of iron. So I want to do that here, and then I want to start planting these. I also want to get... See, if I did the battery pack in the morning, I could make another crystallarium here, which I kind of want to do. So yeah, it's still good, but almost 700 iridium equivalent is lost in value of getting no basic ores. Yeah, I mean, that's... So like the 10% of radioactive ore going straight back into ammo, because you didn't, make any iron. That's already discounted, and then like the cost of gold and stuff. Like I mean, like you still, like, I'm not saying that it's better at all. For sure. And I already have like over 100 something gold bars right now. So like I don't have to buy gold, but like yeah, I'm gonna have to buy copper and iron later for stuff, for kegs and stuff. So it's like I'm still gonna have to do iridium dives. So like it's hard to compare the two because I think they're different use cases. Because right now I don't care about basic ores. I care about affording my next starfruit purchase. So I want to bank enough to get that starfruit purchase taken care of. And you're not going to make enough iridium ore to pay for that in one day. So if all you care about is affording 2,000 starfruit, then radioactive is actually better because you can do all your money in one day and then do another iridium dive on another day and take care of basic ores then. Um, so yeah, it's like yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to go get my battery pack this morning. Um, it's just so far away, but yeah, it should be fine. I'm just gonna take the time. Like, I'm gonna have full. Like, I have a perfect star drop and 7 luck buff, and I'm gonna have 500 explosive ammo. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. I need to buy. I need to buy 300 coal. I didn't. Oh man, hold on. So I totally forgot to account for the fucking... Yeah, I misjudged the cost of explosive ammo. So it's 5 iron and 3 coal per 5 explosive ammo. So 5 times 150. So that's 8 times 150, right? Divided by 5. An explosive ammo round is 240 gold a pop. Oh, that's a lot worse than... I mean, like, I don't have to buy the coal right now. I could just craft with what I have. But I was thinking it was 2 to 500. Or 20 to 500. Wait, is that right? Huh. Makes each shot cost only 90. The coal. Yeah. But it's like that's not really true, Cord, because like you're spending time shooting iron ore and like you're taking basically you're saying like half the shots are money shots and then the other half the shots are just to replenish the explosive ammo. So it's like if half of your shots are on, money, then like you're not like if a 100% of my shots are on money and then I like even what would that be? 900 divided by 240 or 240 divided by 900. That's like a quarter of my profits. Fuck. But still, like, a radioactive bar is 3 times more profitable, but then a quarter of it goes back into buying more explosive ammo. um, so that's you know, 2.25 times more profitable still than radioactive ore. Each shot on iron is half the value of iridium. Yeah, shooting a single iron node, yeah. But it's like you're not accounting for other costs of setting up Skull Caverns dives and like how much stone you're using to get so deep and the cost of stone and, you're probably consuming a lot more food, it's different. Obviously Skull Caverns is superior. Like I definitely agree, but for the purposes of making pure cash, I think radioactive ore farming is viable. You don't get that many basic ores. That's true. And the fact that even with the cost of explosive ammo accounted for, so basically we're saying you get 2 radioactive ore per shot, and each shot is 240 gold, 150 for the iron, and it would be 3 times 150 divided by 5, 90 gold for the coal. So 90 plus 150, yeah, that's 240. So I think a radio ore strat isn't better than early Skull Caverns dives. You just have to is better than early Skull Caverns dives. You just have to account for all the lost. Yeah, I think it would come out to about even, but yeah, thank you. If you don't care about those lost ores and all you need is money, then I think it's better for the application. Um, that's a thank you. Um, but yeah, it's definitely not more fun. And I'm not gonna step count today, which means I don't know what my luck's gonna be tomorrow, which means like shit. Like maybe I step count today and I get another star drop for the first Skull Caverns day tomorrow. But I really don't wanna. 400 copper, 200 gold, 500 iron. Yeah. It's like more balanced and you can get rain totems and stuff. But especially because I have pigs, my desire for rain totems is much less. Like I still need a few more to get me through the rest of the season here. Like I have like 5 left. Um so yeah, my pigs aren't gonna be producing truffles for a minute. Actually, what I'm worried about more is what I just realized is my trees. I'm done chopping trees um on the 3rd of summer. So I won't be able to craft rain totems until the 4th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more rain totems I'm gonna need. And then I only have 5. Rough. Interesting. I don't think I can get the quarry trees. That's fine. I don't need them. I can just stick with the 200. Oh, what I wanted to look up was 200. So I'm going to be level 8. So level 8 is 6,900. Nice. So I'm going to need 8,100 more XP. No, just level 9. I'm going to need 3,100 XP. Divided by 12. That's 258 trees. So I think with I'm gonna have to chop 60 extra trees. Maybe I do want to plant these extra ones. So if I plant extra ones now, that's only one extra on the, because I want to get these on the 26th. 200 trees chopped. So I'd still need another 60. Yeah, we're just ignoring pumpkins completely. I know it would be better to do pumpkins, but I want to use the farm for kegs. Honestly, I think it'd be funny. Okay, this is hard. Um, Either way, I think we just start with the trees, get everything chopped, smelted, planted, and then worry about the rest later. So if I 200, yeah, I should have enough coal to get me through today. Bummer. Okay. So explosive ammo is more like 25% of your radioactive ore profits. It's pretty expensive, but I mean, you gotta spend money to make money, right? Considering that's still more than twice as valuable as iridium, I think is worth it. Okay, so chop the trees top to bottom, go to cart, warp to desert, go to Clint, warp to desert. Um, I do need to visit the island just to pop a rain totem. I'd like to do that before. I don't want to island warp for that because that's kind of a pain, but considering it's going to take 20 minutes to do, that's not so bad. And 1,000 gold, which I have in my pocket. I can just make a beach warp. Okay, so a beach warp after smelting, pop the island totem. There's a lot to do, actually. I I didn't think there'd be this much. Um, I would like to step count for good skull cavern stuff, but it's like the problem is like if I'm doing dangerous skull, actually no, it's fine. You can just not accept the quest until you get a star drop. Like on the day that you get a star drop, then you go accept the quest, and then you can get some radioactive ore in the mines, and then just do regular skull caverns and all week until you get a star drop doing it. I prefer to do it. I think that's better. I think if I get yesterday and today in just full radioactive ore smelting, I'm almost gonna be to goal for money, and then I can transition into making stuff. The problem is the main issue I'm gonna run into, I think, is on the 25th. I'm gonna need 800 more refined quartz by the 25th, divided by 3, 269 fire quartz. We're on track to get 25. Uh, I don't know how we're gonna manage that. Yeah, I'm worried about refined quartz. Oh boy, I really don't want to have to geode farm another day just to get refined quartz. I wish there was a real source of refined quartz besides crystallariums. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Oh, there's so much to worry about in this run. Shit. Well, oh, we have some already. I think we have like 70 refined quartz right now. That's 737 divided by 3. 245. Shit, dude. Crab pots? Gross. I'm level 0 level 0 fishing entirely. Uh, one sec. I need some water. I'm gonna go get some water. Yeah, Skull Cavern's best bet. So I'm gonna have to focus on fire cores from Skull Caverns, which is gonna suck. I'm gonna get some water. One sec. Jacob, thanks for the hydrates. Recycling machines. Ugh. Gross. 60 extra trees. We might have to do some cheeky thanks for the hydrate ace. Some cheeky forage farming in the dangerous mines to get our level 9 foraging in time. Because we're gonna be like a couple trees short. That's kind of funny. Like 30 stumps in the dangerous mines, which would actually give me almost enough for a horse, which is kind of funny. Okay, so let me think about this one more time. Trees top to bottom, battery, desert warp, set up the crystallariums, go to Clint, go back and smelt, go to the island, and then go to the farm. That should work. Oh, I also wanted to hit the saloon today. So the reason is I want to have some lucky lunch banked. So in the future, if I want to start a day, I can just have one from the morning instead of having to, like, I could have two for a day. There's 3 lucky lunch at the saloon that I want, which means I'm gonna need some money extra for that. So I might actually just split this like this and sell the 23. Actually, I kind of wanted to sell 27. Okay. When would I do saloon? It'd have to be at midnight. I could I could do it right before smelting at the end. I guess if okay. I could do the island last. Yeah, this will be good. So I'll do the island last thing. I'll do saloon, smelt, and then island. Um, and then I'll be on the island Monday morning. So if I get a star drop, I can accept. I want to pop a rain totem there as well immediately. Um, That way I can take one more rain totem with me, and then in the morning I'll already be on the island, so I don't have to go back another time the next day. Um, so at the end of the day, I'll leave the mines, leave the radioactive farm at 12 or 11:40. Run to the saloon, grab my lucky lunch 11:50, 11:30. Um, that way I can hit Clint one more time. I should have some extra bars at that point. If I want to do another buy. Um, Clint saloon before midnight. Smelt. Actually, I could do another iron smelt at the end of the day. So if I left at 11, I could go Clint saloon, smelt iron. No, I'd have to leave earlier than that if I wanted to finish the day on the island. Um, so I'd need 30 minutes to get there. About beach warp, and then 20 minutes would be fine. I'd swap back to my movement speed buff at the end of the day. Um, so I'd have to be done smelting at 1:30, let's say. It's also Sunday. I can't forget to trade stairs. I only have 10 of them, but I need to do that. Um, Actually, I kind of need seed jade for crystallariums. I kind of don't want to spend them. I guess I'd get more. 10 staircases goes a long way. That's a stack of stone. Um, Shit. Trees, and then Clint smelt, plant, and then farm. And then okay, so what I need to know is when do I smelt, when do I stop the farm to smelt radioactive ore? Oh, that doesn't work either. See, because I want to do, if I wanted to do another iron smelt at the end of the night, do I really expect to use all of my iron today? I kind of want to have my iron set up for tomorrow morning so I can just go. Um, so when do I need to smelt radioactive ore in the afternoon? If I smelt at 3, they'd be done at 12:20 if smelted by 3. That's too late. 3, 2 would be 11:20, 12, 1:20. Takes 20 minutes to smelt 1:40. That's too tight. So it'd have to be like 1 o'clock that I have to smelt. And if that's the case, then I could go to Saloon at noon or 12:30. Get the lucky lunch then. And then I don't have to worry about midnight. That's awkward. Because if I get it at noon, then I don't need to get it later. And the whole reason I'm going early is so I don't have to go later. No, that works out. Because then I could do my iron and then another round of radioactive ore. That works out. Also, one sec. 266%. 3.75. Vanilla coffee? No, we started. This is spring 21st year one. We're just very, very, very far ahead because of the way we've played the game. This is year one, and this is all totally possible year one. Sorry, I've been stalling too long. I think I just got to go for it. So I think I'm gonna do saloon at 12:30. And then smelt by 1. And then if I'm smelted by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I'm smelted by 1, then they'll be ready at 10:30 or 10:20. So then I could smelt again at 11 or 10:30 or whatever, depending. Let's say 11. And then 12:1, then I can smelt at 1, be done at 1:30, and then warp to the beach and walk to the island. And if I'm late, I can just warp straight to the island and take the loss. So it's going to be saloon at 12:30, then smelt whatever we have, radioactive ore, and then back to it, and then Clint at 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clint at 10 or 10:30 or something, and then smelt iron, and then go back to radio ore again, and then smelt again radioactive ore at the very end of the night, and see where I'm at. I think that should work. And if I have any extra, I think I can make like we might buy some copper or something to make some extra furnaces at the end of the night. If we have extra radioactive ore, or maybe I don't know. That's probably not worth it. Then we should be set up for a pretty successful whatever the next day. I could do, because if I smelt radioactive ore at the very end of the night, it's ready at like 8:30. Which is what's happening today, because I smelted at 110 or 150, and it's ready at 8:20 or something, or 8:30. Okay, that's enough stalling. I think I'm ready to go into it, so bear with me. Okay. Seriously, so cool to watch. Oh. That is a lot of AC. Oh my. I love you, pigs. Thank you. Those two pigs decided to come out and say hello to me. Oh shit. Ah, damn it. The battery is 1,500 gold. Fuck. I can't keep doing this. So I just need to go to Clint before the battery, and that's fine. It's just gonna have to be... It's fine. Parsons planted a greenhouse is hilarious. Yeah, it preserves the tillable tiles. If you don't do that, then you can't plant on those tiles. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's try that again, except this time we're gonna be funnier about it. I want to do something here. A little silly. Make the pigs go up. We're gonna chop these two trees as well. What? That's crazy. I think I'm just gonna sell these iridium bars too. Oh, that actually works. Okay, that's the money I needed. Just wanted those iridium bars out of my inventory for now. And then farm warp. It's crazy to be buying that much iron this early on. Just half a stack iron, no big deal. Alright. Tree day! I just need a break. Raw power. Hi, Samantha. I don't care about taking those out. This is good too, because I want to shake this tree. Alright, now I can get my battery. No, I can't. This fucking inventory, man. Oh, I can make the fiber into more tree fruit. There we go. Hey, Zachary. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. The music is incredibly quiet. Okay. Now I can do that. And our bars will have just smelted. Dump. Make our crystallarium. Up again. Need that. Man, this chest is full. I need to get these gems out or something. The monster musker. I need to get something out of there. Okay, let's make more of those. Damn it. We're gonna do that at the end of the day. That's fine. Satisfying cheat chop. Yeah, that is satisfying. I do like that part of the run. Okay. Do we need all these tools on us? We don't. We surely don't need those. We're gonna leave the hay for here. Actually, I'm gonna bring it with me because I do need to go fill up that. Really, it'll come. Yeah, it'll come with me. It needs to. There's a hay in the chest on the farm. I just need to use it. Okay, so let's smelt this iron. Here we go. All right. A little bit of a flash warning here. My smelt technique is pretty toxic, so just be warned. I could have brought the J's today, but but I forgot. It's okay. Come on, go in there. Okay. And then we gotta go plant. Back by 11. And the benefit of radio farming versus go caverns, you're punished less for starting late. Since you aren't going for depth. Yeah, that's true. You can just kind of do it as much as you can in a day and call it good. So, like, your chores are just as important as any other day, but you don't get punished by that scaling of the skull caverns. Okay. I go back to the farm and start planting. We're back here by 4,500 gold. A bar. Pretty crazy. Hey, Joe TG. Back to the grind. Welcome in. We are planting trees now. And I am not gonna fail this. I am going to just here that up. This. Okay. One of my lines is messed up. And I did fix it. There. Wonder how that happened. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, we should be good. Only one of them that's messed up. Okay. Head off. Okay. Just have to keep in mind that those ones are off, and we should be fine. Money runs like this are definitely more appealing to watch than run. Yeah, I'm gonna live through you vicariously, especially with all the green radioactive bar strats. I know they're kind of nice. Um, we made over 500,000 gold. Times 0.75. We made more like it was more like a 1,500 iridium dive. Than a 2,000, considering the updated price of uh explosive ammo that I was miscalculating. One sec, and I'll get started on the planting in a moment. Okay. All right. Planting acorns also a little bit flashy. I apologize if you're photosensitive. It won't be so bad as the furnaces, but it's not great. We're gonna start right here. I'm gonna zoom in and be smart about this and make this less opaque. I think actually I'm just gonna, there we go. All right. So underneath here, so 2. And chop this stump. 1. And then 2. Then 3. And then 2. I should be journal buffering here. Then 2. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Now this line. Ah. 2, 3. One. It is so confusing sometimes. 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then 2, 1, 2. And then 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay. I wonder if there's a better way to keep them in without locking them in at night. I really should be journal buffering for this. 2, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2. 3. 2, 2, 3. Okay, so that took me an hour and a half, and I'm halfway done. I have 3 more lines to do. I'm not gonna be done till noon. Cough demonic. I think just bad pause buffering, honestly. But it's like it only eats into my radioactive profits significantly. You do seeds at the same time as the chop tree used to save movement. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. It's kind of annoying. It's like it's hard to see. Also, it doesn't really line up with. Let me check something. Um, that's not too bad. 680. Yeah, that should work. Ah, why is it so hard? Shit. I'm gonna get the battery later. I can't do it in the morning because it's gonna mess with me. Um, okay. We're gonna do this right. I don't care about the pig stuff. Ah, man, I don't want to... Yeah, I guess we can get the battery later. Because we're gonna end up on the bottom of the farm after we finish. Check something. Make sure... Yeah, that'll work. Do that, there's that line there. That tree across and then work my way back. Okay, here's what I'll do. Walk slowly. Back here anyway. Okay, so we are here. Are you serious, pig? Move! You were not in the way, and you just happened to... Oh my god. This is a dog... That's like the dog reset. Okay, we'll do better. Actually so annoying. Okay. All this junk. Dogs, I'm spreading the word to all the pigs. Oh no. Top, bottom, top. Guess I can wait for him to fall. Get him out of the way. Okay. Gonna get these two out of the way real quick. I was hoping you would be inside. That's fine. Look at them all out. Look at him. I should really be journal buffering, because, like, this is so slow without it. I want to pet him. Good pigs. Don't kill my runs. Chop. Then do the bottom. And the top. Could be here. Oh my god. Robin hitting that axe is really pissing me off. Would you quit it, Robin? This is so annoying with these trees in my way, man. Like, keeping track of where I am is so hard. Like, these trees are actually so in the way. Like, I can't see where I want to drop things. And I keep planting when I don't want to plant. Why is this so difficult? It's like... That's why I like doing all the trees at once. It's like, I feel like I'm not even saving any walking time. But, I mean, I know I am, but it's like... I feel like I'm losing it all. Because, like, how am I supposed to fucking plant behind these trees? I mean, actually, I want to plant two down here. I feel like I should have gone in and fed the pigs there. Because now I'm not coming back. Guess I'll be close enough when I do the top line. I definitely can't let my pigs run out of food. Pigs run out of food. Something like that. Oh, crap. Like, this just feels bad. I guess I just do as much as I can. By 8:30. Also, like, I don't want to... I think I just do this area around the trees that are here. I just focus the area around where the trees are, and then later come back and do the area where there's no trees, because then I'm not really double backing. I'm just being efficient. Ah. The trees didn't block your view of where you wanted to plant, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But trying to plant above where trees currently are is an absolute pain. Actually, you know what? It shouldn't be that bad. Because, like, most of these trees just have one straight two above it, or two or three above it. Like, basically, the whole pattern just moves up one, two, or three. Every tree moves up one, two, or three. So it's like you chop a tree and then you plant one right above it, right? But it's like, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. I guess you could chop two trees and then plant two acorns, and then chop the next two trees and plant the next two acorns. I think I'm struggling because I'm trying to do this line below where I am as well, and that's throwing me off. Like, it's taking me 30 minutes to do all this, which isn't too bad, so I'm going to continue, but it's like, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm trying to track 2 lines at once. I think it does make sense to zigzag back and forth, as long as you're efficient about it. Like, you plant 2, and you come down here, and you plant 4, and you come up here, and you plant 4. Chop the tree and plant 4. Chop 2 trees. Like, it should work. So let me continue. This is hard though. Like, trying to find a good pattern to do this in. So I want to come and drop that. I did these 2. And then these 2. Drop that. Then come up. It's so hard to keep track of all of this, dude, because, like, ugh. 2. I want to chop the tree and then do these 2. And then these 2. Come on, break it. Come down here. It's so hard. Man, why is this so difficult? It's like such a struggle to do this. So I'm tracking like my location. That's not the right tile. I feel like I want to chop these trees as well. Be the same amount of double backing, but it'll clear the area for me later. Maybe it is better to go up and down. That's essentially what I'm doing. No, I prefer not to do that. Well, they're out of my way either way. Doing that line. The way I'm trying to do it. Can I split? Okay. I think I'm gonna chop that line of trees too. Trees, yeah. Tree manip is my least favorite part of these runs, to be honest. It's so weird. It's like really difficult to track everything. What I am really glad about is that I have a bunch of like tilled soil from my clay farm that I can use to like locate where my acorns need to be. But yeah, it's annoying, man. I agree. This kind of sucks. And I also think it's a little bit OP. But I think I know how I want to do it now. I should have like kind of a process. Like doing 4 in groups of 4 and then shifting around with it. Hey, Watoma. Thank you for following. Wotomota. Sorry, I said that wrong. I hate you, Robin. Stop chopping things. I want to be efficient about my pathing. So 2. And 2. Then chop. Okay, here. Yeah, this two. These two. It's like I want to chop 2 trees to get them out of my way because I can't see shit. And those two. I think I also want to chop like these trees. Just because I think it'd be fewer tiles walking to do that. But now I have to walk back here. Yeah, I need to get in the groove of this, because like right now I'm 2. Oh, I know what to do. 3. What I want to do is get ahead. 2. 3. I think that's too far. It's so hard to keep track of where you are. Right here. Ah, it's so difficult, man. I need to process, because, like, this is painful. Painfully bad. Here. 2. Then I want to do 3, 4. Like, yeah, these two. 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. 3, 4. Then I want to chop trees above me. And do... I leave off. It is so fucking hard, dude. So confusing. Because like every time you move, like you lose your place on the pattern in your spreadsheet, and it's just like, where am I? Okay, here, here, and here. That's not even the right spot. So like, that's so hard. This line of trees is causing me grief. I have an idea. It shouldn't be too bad. Like, I have to go out of my way to get these trees no matter how I cut it. You know, I think the easiest way would just be cut a tree and place an acorn 1, 2, or 3 tiles above it. Like every tree has one directly above it, usually 2 tiles above it. So it's like, I think that's probably going to be my best bet. Because then I can keep track of where I am, not moving too much. This is my first time doing a big tree manip like this, with a chop and a cut. Because I started with 100. So it's like... This is quite difficult, honestly. I'm struggling. Okay. With that in mind, I think I'm just gonna go left to right and just... Prep this one. Okay, do that. This one gets one above. This one gets one 2 above. Like, I can technically see this, but like half of my reference imaging is gone because of these being in the way. So it'd be easier to do this from bottom to top rather than top to bottom. These make it awkward. God, this is so hard, man. Because like I use in my main image, I'm using like the tilled soil and everything that is on my farm to like determine where these damn things are going. And it's just so difficult. Maybe do it like this. Okay. I'm gonna keep trying for this. Can I break the... I'm not a fan of this either, because like this, like I only get the top right section to reference off of. Just fine, like I can work with that, but it's like I get very little information. Whereas if I went from the bottom to top, I would get a lot more reference. I would make less mistakes. And I think that makes sense too, because technically when you're doing these patterns, everything is moving up and right. So it would make sense for me to go from below and work my way up. Just mentally for me. That would make more sense. But it's like, now I have to kind of make a weird loop at the beginning. It's so hard, man. I don't like it. I don't like the top to bottom. What if you fill out a row of acorns below the trees to path down to the left? And then do it like this coming back? Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Oh. What I think I need to do is chop 2 trees and then plant 2 acorns. And that would help me out. Going from bottom to top and then chopping 2 trees at a time. That would help me out a lot. Okay, that's what I'll do. You already have to do more replanting than harvesting? Yeah. And I already have 55 acorns in my inventory to start, so it's like... That menu is pain. Look at this menu. I had to step at the end of the day last night, so I didn't have time to menu. Doesn't really matter where I end up, so like I don't need to do a row left and then come right. This is just hard, honestly. That's just all it comes down to. Oh, no, actually, Demonic, I like what... Yeah, I like that. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Techno. I need it. This is actually quite difficult. So, what I'll do... So I'm actually gonna start here. This. I think this will be easier for me, but this is still quite difficult. So I want to do a double line here, coming through, like I tried before, but I'm gonna do it better this time. I'm gonna chop 2 trees, and then I'm gonna go up 2 from there. Here and here. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that line. The other hard thing is, like, maybe I food buffer, because, like... Sucks. I want to be up against that tree. And then chop. I don't like the food buffer. Really mechanically demanding and tedious, yeah, very. I'm glad I'm doing it first, though, and then I can chillax and radioactive farm at the end. Man, I wish the menu didn't block your entire field of vision. Like, can't we just be paused and not, like, have to stare, like, at the whole entire screen except the point of interest that I care about? Like, ugh. Concerned Ape, let us move the menu. I'm not doing that. Unironically, the best thing for me to do is just Alt-Tab out of the game so that I can see. That's stupid. 2, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, just remove the texture? Yeah, no. Sega man. That's funny. This is vanilla, by the way. Ugh. It's so easily chop the trees above me. I really should. God, this is so hard. I see. Okay. I see it now. Think of it as you only need to do one more time after this, yeah. Except it's gonna be 200 trees. No, I have to do it 2 more times. When I have 200 trees, and then again when I have 400 trees. Actually, no. When I have 400 trees, I just have to chop it out. You're right. And then I have my 800 acorns, and then I have to plant the the tapper farm. But you're right. I only have to do this once more, but it's going to be twice as painful. Vanilla coffee. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So I see it now. I'm struggling because. Okay, I see it now. I see it now. I it makes sense. I figured it out. Okay, it's gonna be a lot less painful now. I've discovered the tech. Wait. Okay. So we want to be planting and then chopping right above where we're planting. And then so you plant a couple, chop a couple, move down, plant a couple, move up, chop a couple. And that's probably the most efficient line we're gonna get. So what I was doing incorrectly was planting too high at the start. Um, so yeah, what Demonic said, but a little bit okay. Kind of what Demonic said. What if you fill out a row of acorns below the trees to path down to the left, and then do it like this coming back? That's exactly it. Pretty much. So I'm just listening to Demonic. I'm doing what the Tasser would do. Luckily, I have all these extra acorns to start. Okay. So I'm going to start here, but I'm not going to do the middle row. I'm going to do this row. Then these two trees. And then these two acorns. Then these two trees. It's nice too because when you come up to a tree and chop it, the acorn will be straight below you instead of straight below the tree. Just always a different distance below you. Think of it as you only need to do one more time. Yeah. Oh, wait. Before that. Possible to do the middle row by pigs. The pigs go out before the pigs go out. Oh, I'm not worried about the pigs. They're not gonna. It's the pigs. You can actually move animals pretty easily in this game. You just go up to them, and then you know how like when you walk into a villager, it takes a second walking into them before it happens. With barn animals, there's still a small delay before you walk through them. They're not totally transparent, and this is how it should be with a dog and cat. They just stop you for a split second, and in that split second, if you tap into them, they usually turn, and if you do it a couple of times, they sometimes just walk away. You can push animals, yeah. Okay, so a tree. I need to check where I am. These acorns are a little confusing. Yeah, and then that one. That one. I don't know if this is what you meant, Demonic, but this is what makes sense for me to do. I need to figure out where I am. Yeah, then here. 2, 3, 2, 1. Oops. This is what I was thinking of. Yeah. This is, I thought you just meant doing this row, the one right next to the trees, and I was like, that doesn't really help me. But now I'm gonna, yeah, now it's better. Okay, and then 2. 1, 2. 3 and 1. I kind of want to bind escape to, dang, I missed the best part. No, you didn't, Crypto. It's 6:50 a.m. You didn't miss nothing. You talking about the routing? That was painful. Dude, it took us 2 hours to figure out the most efficient way to plant these freaking acorns. The resets? Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so now we do... I'm gonna chop 4... Plant 4 down here. What? No, I messed them up! Okay, we have 4 extra... Rip, 20 stone, 20 fiber. So painful. Ah, it's so hard. Now where am I? God. Here. Where? Here. I feel like I'm double backing too much. Stand sit. Oh no. Worth ever reaching for the trees? I thought you could only do it with the pick and the hoe. Probably not. Should at least. Oh, I think the overreach might work, but the swing over probably doesn't. Okay. Can I make this full screen? Not like that. I don't know. Diagonal works on only on pick. Vertical overreach isn't nearly as strong. I'm losing track of where I'm at. Right here. Yeah. This is starting to make more sense to me. Because now it's like... Hi, pig. Are you gonna be on my way? I said the pigs wouldn't be an issue, but here they are being an issue. See what I mean? You can push them. Bacon. Okay. So basically I did 2 lines, and that took me 2 hours. That's 6 hours for the whole pattern. Fuck, dude. I think I could probably get it down to less than that, but still, that's 6 hours for the whole pattern. That means I'm gonna be done. I need to use the restroom real quick. I can't believe I've been going for 2 hours, but I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. We're gonna reset, so we're gonna think about it. Later lines faster though. Don't have to chop trees. That's true. Thank you. All right, I'll be back. Sorry about that. We're back. Did I say we were gonna reset? Did I mean it? We have to. I'm really upset that that's taking me an hour. Thanks for the sit. An hour to do 1 line. That's not right. That ain't right. It's just a problem with my pause buffering. Hmm. And keep going. Whether you meant it is up to you. I don't think it's necessary. But I need to go smelt now. And then come back. Which is fine. Like, I'm right up here, so I might as well just go like this, right? I didn't put the damn... Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the iridium bars too. There, I have extras, and I need a little bit more cash today. Yeah, 2 lines complete. I should have done the pigs, but that's fine. I need to inventory here. My inventory is just horrific. Jade. You know what? I'm doing the jade later. Yeah, you guys are right. It's fine. We'll do the crystallarium later. Yeah, I agree. This is what we can do. If you guys can't tell by the color of this chest, later on, I hope to have this as a Junimo chest. So I can, you know, share tools. Okay. Smelt iron. Where'd the iron go? Okay, flash warning here. Didn't get the jade. What's the plan for this day? Trees and radioactive ore farming again. Okay. I'm doing the wheat now. You can't stop me. It needs to get done. Right. I'm bad. I'm not petting them. They're too far away. Pet them later. Okay, now we start this line. Man. I need to not step into the, I hit these from a diagonal. I wish there was a better way to pause buffer, man. Single frame pause buffers. I'm considering just making a double press E macro because, like, this just gets so annoying. Like, God. Honestly. Like, every time I... God. I keep losing track of where I am and just having to refine myself every time I look away from the screen. Every time I look away... dude. I don't get it. Like, I can't keep track. Like, my brain cannot process this much information for some reason. Okay, these two. A night move. Did I just mess that up? No. Okay, that's right. Why does it do that, man? I hate how acorns placed underneath your feet. That's so annoying. All right. Like we finished that line, and then maybe we go back and smelt now. I don't even have a full smelt of anything. Oh boy. Only 7-1 fertilizer left. I don't think it makes sense for me to go back until I've finished. Like at this point, you know, we can almost just go to the saloon before. Ugh. We're losing like half a day to these acorns. I was hoping it would take like 4 hours. It's already taken 4 and we're not even close to being done. Two things to do in the title and yet you want to do something else. Bloodlust? What do you mean? Yeah, crypto just feels bad because it's a perfect star drop. It just feels bad because I was hoping it would take like 4 hours and it's gonna take 6. Plus, half day. The half day point is 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. By the way, not noon. At this point, no, it's not. It's 20 hours. How many acorns per row? About a little less than 40. 38 or something. I was waiting for your run. Sorry, no worries. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep this. So it took me basically 4 hours to do half. Well, it's more than half. Because like I could just go down and finish off these acorns and be done with it. Um, Call it good and just see where we're at. But I don't want to continue this day if I want to try and do these acorns better. Is the thing. Effectively, left is the time it takes to walk back and forth, or do you do both rows in zigzag? I think I zigzag. 2 rows at a time here. Think it'll go more quickly. It's probably gonna take at least another hour. And I want to collect the furnaces. And then I guess I just go to the saloon before. Just radioactive ore, but like these acorns are taking longer than I would hoped. I think I just go finish the acorns and then see where I'm at. Because like we're not too far off. We're pretty close. We just gotta come down by the lake down here. Start here. And here. See, like, if I could just see my character all the time, it would be so nice. Like, if my menu was always to the left of the center, and I could always see my character, I would have no issues whatsoever. But no, that's just not possible. Finish a line. Come up and do a line. Then the next line. Come down. I don't want to be backtracking. There. I think I'd be one more ahead. There. And come straight up. Gosh. 4K zoom, that won't help either. It would just give me a little bit more on the edges. Where am I? Oh, up here. Duh. Here and here. No. Here and here. Here and here. Gah. Fuck, dude. And then... Do I just do 3 at a time? That seems wrong. No, I want to do 4. This next one should be straight up. I think I want to do 4 and 3. 4 on the bottom, 3 on the top. This one is here. Three. Fuck. Ah. We're almost there, guys. Ugh. If I could just keep track of where I was, that would be nice. Okay, I thought I could do 4 at a time and it would work, and it's just not... Like, if I have to backtrack for it, then it's not better. It'd be better to just do straight lines. But, like... It's only a single tile of backtracking. Yeah. Sometimes they're only 2 tiles of walking, and sometimes they're 3. And if they're 3, that's... I figured a full line across is like 70 tiles. And if you have to go up and down 10 times and it's 3 tiles, then it's like half the distance, right? Hey, Filthy Gorilla, welcome in. Okay, good. I am using the right. Okay. Ah, dude, that backtrack was pretty bad. So I want to stay on this bottom line for 2 more. And then come up. 'Cause that's not really backtrack, really. I mean... Like, if I go 1 more here... And then do that... It's really not that bad. Shit. Uh... That's 200. I have 7 extra acorns, but... As a rat ore farming, it's not too bad. I gotta go grab a battery real quick. And then run to the saloon, I guess. Or waste another coffee. I don't really... I'm not a huge fan of running to the saloon from here. Man. Money. We farm radioactive ore to make money. Known by the Zuzu City Safety Commission to cause irreversible bodily harm. Let me just stick it in my pockets. Give some to Clint. Spread it around town. I really don't want to smelt copper. I don't have any more iron to smelt. I guess I can smelt the fire quartz, except for 1. I prefer not to place the crystallarium now, because it won't be synced up later. No regulations or anything on that. Literally put it in the soil to use to grow food. It's glowing with dangerous enemy. Can be smelted into bars. Let me just, yeah, grow some food with that. Sounds like a great plan. I guess we can make the crystallarium. Put it away for now. Grab our jade. Or the acorns. Oh, I guess that's everything. We're done with our axe. Guess we'll smelt more gold. Alright, flash warning here. Man, I don't want to smelt out my gold. Just gather the iron. You gonna soften the tree with bombs next time? No. It just takes one extra hit. That would literally only reduce my swings by 1 per tree. It's really not worth... I mean... It wouldn't even reduce that by 1 per hit. I would have to use 2 bombs to even get that. Guess we go to the mines at 1. Later than I was hoping, but it's something. Don't forget to be nice to Pam. Gets us 5 hearts with the lady. God damn it. Ah. That's kind of funny. Alright, on to the fun part. That's gotta be the 4th or 5th time. Pat spam on the head. Crypto, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. I can shoot the one on the right. Alright, and the radioactive ore farming begins. Except I need to buff up. We're... Yeah, that's fine. That's better. My inventory is stressing me out. Okay, 1 second. Fine. Okay. Makes me less stressed. Yeah, I mean... We can still make about the same amount as yesterday if we can get 50 an hour. Probably gonna end up with less than what we made yesterday. But considering that, you know, we just did a shit ton of trees, you know. Not too bad. I should have gone down. Actually, I don't think I have any good crates now. I had a key gem crate yesterday, but I don't think it's really worth my time to go down. Can I equip this ring? Thank you. How is that not shooting past the corner, dude? Fuck off! God. Chill. We're trying to be chill. Oh, nice. Thank you, ladder. Okay, now we can chill. I mean, subtitles? Yeah, text to speech, yeah. Text to speech. Speech to text. I think it's just called subtitles. One day I'll learn how to ring swap. That's not worth a shot. Texas Peach. Yeah, that's something like that. I wonder if the daily luck affects the ore drops significantly. I don't know. According to Predictor, there should only be one tile that gives me 5, but what if a letter exists? Yeah, it's not quite the same. Um, there's just like I think with this high daily luck, it doesn't really matter if I ring swap to luck rings for shots. Sorry, I took forever checking that. Man, I feel like we should do that morning over. Can I even shoot this? That slime is just perfectly in the way. What a troll. I might can sneak by him. Nice, okay. Dang it. Okay. Now we just do this for a while. Keeping our eye out for any boss monsters. Nice. That's the tile that should give me 5 if I swap to my luck rings. And it worked. 7 ore on that floor. More of those, please. Oh, I don't even have my luck rings on. It was a crab. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why my text-to-speech... God damn it. I don't know why my subtitles is so weird. This is surprisingly strong. I mean, I'm not surprised it's strong, but you have to keep in mind 25% of the profit goes back into explosive ammo if you want to sustain this. But it's still, with that, even with that, it's still more than twice as profitable than iridium. Even with the cost of ammo in mind. Auto-generated captions just suck in general, I think. But actually seeing it be done is a different thing. Okay. I think I can hit that bottom one. I stepped down a mile for it, but yeah, I hit it. Sometimes the subtitles are quite horrendous, with what the homonyms creating all sorts of unintentional meanings. Yeah. Also, I don't know. I don't even know how to turn it off. Like, I know it's a thing on Twitch where you can enable it. Somewhere you can turn it on, but there's nowhere that I've been able to find that says where you can turn it off. I don't know. Like, I don't see it in other people's chats, but it is in mine, and I don't know how to disable it. Because I know it's really bad. I can hit that. I can hit it for sure. Lecture subtitles are kind of funny when it has to translate math terminology. I can imagine. Ooh, okay, that's worth. Let me see if I can hit this shot. Been working on this one. It's right underneath the eye. Darn. I think it's a little bit farther away that I need to put my character. Ooh, nice. That was a good shot. Okay. 6-4 for that shot. Except I missed one, so that's really only 3. Yeah, viewers can just turn them off, but I don't know how they got enabled on my channel like that. If I can hit this. I need to go a little bit farther away, because, like, my red thing is not showing up where I expect it. Is I just gonna hit him and miss? No. Why can't I do this shot, dude? Oh my god. Okay, that's a little bit tilting, but that's fine. Keep in mind, that's my first 10. That was 1 hour. We got 56. Actually nuts. We got 56 in our first hour. What? Clown. It's a funny emote. Psycho Man. Like, my red thing is farther away than that. So, like, I can't use the bottom of the eye because my red thing is here. My crosshair. Why am I calling it my red thing? Like, when I shoot down, it's especially worse. It goes in a circle around you. Sure. Does the slingshot pausing allow you to do it when going back to floor 0? Yes. You can be paused going into floor 0. Like this. Wait. Sometimes my macro has been working very inconsistently, but there you go, yeah. I am switching this to auto hotkey. Because, God, Razor Synapse is the worst. I mean, when it works, it works. It just doesn't work half the time. It might also be my mouse. That's a big boy. And there's another one behind him. That's kind of funny. What if that was a boss line behind him and I couldn't tell? It takes a frame. But yeah. Oh, why can't I shoot that, man? So sad. Just look at it. Just stare at it for a sec. Pam seems to be popping up acorns at the bus stop, even though I have her sped up with furniture. Yes, it's always been like that. She'll run through fully grown trees, but pop acorns and break saplings. Is there even a day where Robin does not go to the... I don't know if she'll break saplings, actually. Is there even a day where Robin does not go to the bus stop? Or is she there every day? I kind of forget to account for the fact that, like, that shot, on top of the 900 gold I got from 2 ore, also gave me 6 stone, so that's like 120 more gold. More double floors, please. Doctor's appointment or goes to the island resort. So you could fertilize acorns the day before. I don't know if she breaks saplings or... Man, my mouse sucks. Yeah, I can shoot that. What? Yeah. 25th of spring. Which was a pain for min-max before Desert Warp Totems. Oh yeah, I bet. Oh, it's the last Thursday of spring. You miss a magic rock candy because of that? Oh, that's stupid. You just get -1 magic rock candy automatically. I don't know why that shot is impossible for me. Break the rock! Stop taking 4 shots per stone, dude. Okay. We chillin'. But buying DSG, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so you have to buy... Oh, you have to earn all your money for summer first. Oh, no. Wait. Don't you have leeway? You'd have to go back over it with DSG again. But yeah, you have to afford your DSG early. Since you can apply DSG late, you should be able to place it on the first Thursday of summer. Why does that shot suck so much? It's just impossible. Please. Oh, really? The late planted DSG wasn't, that wasn't how it always was? Changed to apply DSG after it was... Okay, interesting. I'm not going for that stupid shot anymore. It's only 2 ore, too, and I keep wasting so much ammo. I can hit that. Oh my god. That one magnetized me at first, and then it dropped magnetism. I don't get that. That's so weird. It hadn't been fully explored. Maybe. That's a weird thing for him to add, I think. Because you can't apply any other fertilizers late, so I'm surprised it's like that for DSG, unless it was like intentional from the get-go or like an accident. But I don't think, like, there's a bunch of code going on that updates the crop schedule, so like there's no way that's an accident. Not shooting that. How many boss slimes are we gonna get today? 0, I bet. How does that not hit, man? That was like the exact same shot in one hit and the other one didn't. I don't get that. It was genius, the way the fertilizers and speed grows work as a system. Yeah, it's pretty complicated. And like, he probably didn't visualize the patterns that Blade sees, and this is also a shot I struggle with immensely, without walking. I need to figure out this shot. So it's like, there is too high. Okay, my god, that actually hit. Okay, game. I thought that was gonna hit the close corner, and then the next shot was gonna hit the be too low and totally miss, but that was just actually a perfect shot. Man, something weird with my mouse movement when I do that. It's like my hand doesn't want to move in that direction. I don't get it. Actually, no, I do better with those shots. I don't know. I think my armrest is actually throwing me off a little bit. Like having my elbow down like that, I don't know. It makes it hard to pivot my hand the way I want. Anyway. Also, my mouse is nowhere near the center of my mouse pad, so that could help. Batch up at the left tile because the wall is solid squares, not the visual curved wall. Yeah, I must say it's somewhere along the vertical top, the horizontal top of one. I don't like that shot. It's so hard. That's a very particular shot, and it's far. I can hit that. That hesitation, dude. Like, I was nowhere near where I needed to be there, and I had to, like, move entirely, like... If I didn't hesitate like that, it would be so good. Sorry, one sec. Why does my mouse just not work? Okay. We're chilling. That shot's not too bad, and it should give 4 or 3. So, like, this one, like, if I want to hit right here, should actually be more like on the end of the F. But the farther away I go, the farther I have to move. What? There, like... And I got less radioactive ore because I spawned a ladder. That's just great. Thank you, game. I mean, I guess I'm gonna be really good with explosive ammo coming out of this, but like, how do I even hit this? Because like, that's the corner of that tile. So it's like, no matter what I do, I don't hit that without walking down. It's just like, you just kind of have to walk down. Right? And I guess it's like not the end of the world to walk down a little bit. It just feels bad. What is CA? Concern tape? Hit a K if you can. Yeah, it's just like, that shot sucks. Maybe I need like a visual aid. Or like, I don't know, because like, I was doing pretty well the other day, so. My shot's too far away. Another... Can you give me... Can I have shots that I can hit? That aren't a mile away? On the opposite side of the floor? Please? I could shoot that if there wasn't a slime in my way. That's just wonderful. What is going on? Let me shoot ammo. Okay, thank you. No. Really? That doesn't hit. Ugh. Stupid slime in my way again. That's as far right as I could shoot there. I needed one tile right. That looks so weird. They're transparent. That is so weird. I like it though. Thank you. Okay. Bruh. I'm just bad at the game. Like, I know where I want my thing to end up, but it's just, like, not going there. It's just hard to move your mouse in a diagonal line. What if you had, like, a straight edge and you just turned your mouse a specific orientation? And then, like, always push it straight up again, like in the same orientation as your mouse pad or something, but you just turn the mouse 90 degrees or a specific number of degrees. That'd be awkward. God forbid you want to shoot down. I guess you would just flip the other way. Can I please have shots that I can shoot? I mean, if that's all you're gonna give me, I'll take it, but damn. Game, fuck off. That... Where is that shot going? Because, like... Okay, I shouldn't have shot again, but, like... I did not think that was hitting. I'm just not, I guess, not dragging in a straight line. Also, this shot does not want me to get it right. Thank you. Like, I'm almost starting to think hold and release would be more consistent. I mean, obviously for close shots, it's like, you can be inaccurate and it's fine, but these medium range shots are just killing me. I guess this is really good practice, but only for one floor and only one direction. Honestly, yeah. Okay, if I can hit this shot, I'll be very happy. See, it needs to land right here. It should hit both. I don't have a straight edge. Sharpie on an overhead transparency taped. I mean, that still wouldn't make my mouse move in the right direction. Please. God damn it. I'm just taking the 2. I'm not shooting that again. I can't hit that. Wait, the bug's going up. What a G. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with this. Like... I don't know. I don't get it. You build a little wooden lane for your mouse to only move on one axis. I'm just gonna start shooting with the frickin' controller. Oh. Same shot. Okay, nice. I can't hit that. They need to be closer. If I can get 30 more. This has been a pretty bad tick this hour. The first hour was insane. Got 56 in the first hour. If I could just keep that average, that'd be insane. If it would just spawn something, that would be nice. No. Please, game. Can't hit it. just wish hold and release wasn't so slow. Like, imagine we could just click and animation cancel, and a hold and release would just fire immediately. I should... No, unless the bug's moving up. He's not. Going left. I can't hit that off the slime. It's not far enough. It's not close enough, I know it. It looks like it should be close enough, but it's not. Okay, this shot again. See, that's what I'm going for. It's right at the tip of the F. Like... Really? Can I have something other than this shot? God damn it. I don't... Like, sometimes I get it, and then sometimes I just, like, totally fucking miss. And I know that I'm missing, and I try to adjust, but it doesn't work. Like, adjusting a bad shot is so much harder than just... 6 ring swapping? You know it. Katharina, how you doing? What you're saying is get good? What I'm saying is the game needs to stop giving me shots that are this far away. I don't know, I think it's because my elbow is like resting on my armrest too much, and I don't get it, like I can't adjust it. Are you serious? How is that missing? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, great. Oh my god. I can't fucking shoot today. I am... It's fine. It's just frustrating. Every time I miss a shot, I'm just throwing away 240 gold. I hate this shot, man. What? Okay, I'm struggling. I do get a lot of stone from this. Wait. Okay, so we're doing the tens digit of the fiber. 144 divided by 3. We're averaging 48 per tick. That's pretty good. This feels so weird. Ah, something feels so weird. It does more damage to me. And not any more damage to rocks. Which is all I'm using it for. I'm not using the slingshot to damage enemies. Crypto, I guess I'm standing up now. We'll see if I can shoot ammo standing. Yeah, that was a good change. Thank God. Ugh. Maybe this is easier? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's too slow. The pull and release. Hold and release just takes a lot longer. There's really no cap on how fast you can shoot normally with pull in opposite direction. You just have to be good. Can I please hit this game? Okay, I'm gonna aggro this slime. Thank you. What the? That stone did not want to be in my inventory. That wasn't so bad. This shot is so hard for me. Gem node, lol. Why? Oops. Stop it. I don't know why, but just like feel really tense and like my arms feel tense. Like I just need to do some stretches or something. Cause like, fuck, I am just not feeling it right now. It is only giving me my hardest shots today. Like, that is such a hard shot. Fuck off. It's only giving me hard shots right now. And only singletons. Okay, thank you. Just gotta complain. I missed. God damn it. Ah! So frustrating. Stop missing. Could not figure out my rings swapping there. Oh, there's our first boss slime. Let's pull up the predictor. You know it. So he's standing right next to a Skull Caverns tile, but there's also one above these two rocks, so I'll go for that one. So this is the method we're using for this interaction. We're opening a gate. Come here. Come on. Stop going to side. Closing them in. And getting a cherry bomb. Now that is just so disappointing. I even got slowed for it and everything too. Ah, rip my average. Bruh, I'm so bad. I should get pressure nozzles next. I think for pressure nozzles, having 3 extra greenhouse tiles throughout the run will be really beneficial. It was a cherry bomb blade. Stop giving me this damn shot! Ew. Oh yeah, Skull Caverns Treasure Floor. I think that's the most beneficial thing I can go for, but I think I am gonna try and get some If I had known I was gonna get so many boss slimes during this, I would have gone for pressure nozzles. In my test run, I got 1. In my real run, I got 8. So it's like, that's a big variance. I can't hit that one. The bottom of the floor there is weird. Yeah. What can you do? Can't hit it. Really, game? I can hit the 1 off the bug. Has to be off the bug, though. How did that not shoot? God damn it, dude. I don't know why that first one didn't shoot. Oh, every single floor that has given me 2 has just been I can't shoot them. What are you after from these spots? Mostly a crystallarium, rain totem, a wheat seed. I mean, Skull Cavern's floors drops are better than anything else. I decided the enricher strats probably aren't worth it. Because you have to hit the sprinkler twice to get it back up. Place it down, load it. Okay, that slime is actually pathing towards me. What a G. Thank you, slime. You may live. Now get despawned from existence. Erased from memory. Except from our memory. You'll always live in our memory. God, it's so painful. Let me shoot 2 of them at the same time. Oh. Yeah, I agree. Bro! Stop it! I can't shoot either of those! Ah! Stop! You're so cringe! 3 in a row! Was that a boss slime that I... Okay, I can actually shoot these 2. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh my god. That misses too. It doesn't miss. Demonic, how do you... Have you included the... I mean, just the breaking versus the planting, yeah, but... Have you included the fact that you have to till 24 tiles first in an awkward pattern and do weird pathing for it? Because I don't think that's true. I don't think enrichers could ever come close to just journal buffering. I don't think that's true. Because, yeah, your pathing is way worse. Bro, with the fucking shots I can't hit. I'm, like, doing weird things with my back. I guess I was sitting in my chair for too long this weekend. Like, I'm just not comfortable right now. My body's saying no. I think it's time for me to sit down. Sorry. I mean, it felt good to stretch my back and stuff, but I don't know what's going on right now. I missed. Bruh. I need to put my ring on before those low ones explode, because they can magnetize before they bounce. The heck? Like that. Oh, you're fine. I usually just stand until I feel like sitting back down. Because that's usually longer than whatever 5 minutes. I don't think I hit that. I'll give it a shot, I guess. Hit him on the right side. All of these shots feel the same to me. Like, ah! I can't tell the difference. I guess that? Oh my god. Okay, I'm not trying again. Not supposed to be able to hit that wreck anyway. Bruh. There's been so many shots I can't even hit. Ugh. I'm getting quite unlucky. Thank you. This is like the third shot that's been close to me. Everything else has just been horrible. Can't hit that. Can't hit that. No, I don't think Monster Musk would be worth. If you're going, this strat is for money. If you're going for enemy drops, do this go. I fucking hate that ladder. God damn it. Ugh. That ladder in the corner is just. Stop it, game. There's been like 40 nodes that I can't hit. Stop it. It's so cringe. What the heck? 3 shots for 2 ore. That's such a good deal. Stop it. I hate that shot. The shot sucks. And I can't walk down. I guess I'll try it. Fuck. Yeah, more monsters in the way too. Okay, I'm being very toxic. I just like not enjoying this right now just cuz I don't know what's going on. My shots aren't going where I want them to go and the game's not spawning how much ore. Hopefully 600 would be nice. It's only spawning in the middle today, man. Fuck. Stop spawning so far away. Making me walk for magnetism. Ugh, cringe. Our pace is so good. It's fine. We're still making a ton of money. I don't even think I can hit that one, but... You can take a break whenever you need to. Thank you, Crypto. Appreciate that. Sorry. Thank you. Where have these shots been my whole life? It's like the third shot that's been that close. Everything else has just been in the middle or far away. Give me more of those, please. I can't even hit it. The stupid slime. This. No. Okay, I actually hit that shot. And I still can't hit that one, so. Ah. I hate how I have to walk for this one. I'm not doing that one anymore. I keep spawning it, though. And nothing else. It keeps spawning me rocks I have to walk for. It's so annoying. Ah! Okay. It's fine. We chillin'. So, how about the weather? Yesterday, my neighbor and I, it was super nice here. It was like 72 degrees and sunny. And my neighbor and I decided to chop down some trees in our yard. And he texted me, he was like, "You mind helping me for an hour?" We were out there for 6 hours. Yesterday. 6 hours. We cut down so much wood. It was ridiculous. Real life Stardew? Yeah, I was foraging. Like, we were literally felling trees and shit with our sawzalls. But it was just all, like, weeds and stuff in our backyard that just grew to the size of trees. Just untended for years. Just like in Stardew, yeah, we did 6 hours of foraging this morning, too. Why aren't you fucking working, mouse? Fuck. Ah! Please. It's like the button doesn't register unless I click it on the bottom of the button. Like if I click it on the top of the button, it just doesn't click. I think that's what's happening. It is really annoying. Okay, that's the 5 rock. So I need to switch to my luck rings here to get 5. Juicy. Stupid mouse! Fuck! Stop it! It's like when your hardware is unreliable. Okay. Can I hit both? Thank you. We just walk a mile to pick them up. I couldn't figure out my ring swaps, so I couldn't get the magnet rings on properly before that happened. Kind of funny. Cancer mouse from Chive 11. I don't know if I need a new one. It's a good mouse. Will your neighbor now send you batteries in the mail? Probably not. I'm not step counting today, so it'll be what it is. Okay, I guess I'll take this shot. I hate this shot. That ladder is so toxic. Literally, that ladder just kills me every time. Another boss slime. I think we're gonna go for pressure nozzles, I guess. That's probably the worth the most over the run. Cause like if I get the pressure nozzles, it's probably worth like 100 grand. I don't know. But if I get 4 pressure nozzles, but it's like I could also just buy them, you know, and try for something better here. Because, like, I could just buy the pressure nozzles, but then, like, I can't afford my horse flute. Like, what else am I... Like, I'm really, realistically only gonna spend key gems on deconstructors in late game. So it's like... What's 20 key gems later on when I could get... You know, Lariums now. Either a Skull Caverns chest or a... Pressure nozzle here. That's all I really want. Plus, like, I still need one more... Yeah, I still need one more Iridium Sprinkler before I can even do the pressure nozzle strat. So it's like, might as well... I think I bait him upward. What? To, this tile. Ah! The rock is alive! No. How did you just get out of that? Excuse me? Can you not? Sir? Come in your cage. Get right here! Thank you. Are you really not in place? Okay, we got an Iridium bar. I just wanted a Savage buff, okay? Don't judge me. Wait! Good. Fuck, that ruined our average. Could be worse. I mean, yeah. Disappointing, though. So, 241 divided by 5. 48. One sec, I'm getting a phone call. Where is this? One sec. Guys, I have something going on in an hour and a half. And my friend just called me, which I thought he might this afternoon. And I think it's going to take us 2 hours to finish this day. I'm happy with the radio pace here, but I'm not happy with the boss monsters. I think I'll go for pressure nozzles if I do it, because like 5 key gems, that's pretty nice per pressure nozzle. And I just want to suffer more with the oak trees. I think I'm gonna call it and try this again. I didn't think, I was really tempted to reset before we even started because of when we started. Um, and yeah, I think we're gonna try this again on our next stream. But we did get all of these damn acorns planted, so we gave it a shot. I think this is a nice place to leave it off, huh? Just let you guys stare at my beautiful acorn farm while I find a raid. Good practice run. All right, raid. That was a stream. I don't think I have enough time to finish the day. If we didn't spend so much, because like we did, like I had time to do a 6-hour stream, or like a 5-hour stream maybe. If I had just like gotten the acorns done, I just don't have time for a 7-hour stream. So, let me see who live. I think we're gonna have to raid into the challenge run, the Ryan raid. Let's go raid Ryan, RCJ. Excuse me. I really appreciate everyone hanging out today. I had a good time, regardless of the pain and suffering that we've subjected ourselves to. This was difficult, and it's only a third of the way there. So thank you very much. We'll get there. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be streaming next. Don't know exactly. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Make sure you check my Discord for notifications when I go live. And if you have any questions about this run, I'm also part of the Dude Crew. Make sure to check out that Discord if you're interested in any gameplay like this. You can catch streamers like me go live. Players like Cordite, Blade, Zanji, Habu, Algorithm, all those guys. So definitely check out that Discord if you're interested. And then, yeah, just make sure to drop a follow and turn on those notifications to see when I live. My schedule is just a little inconsistent right now, so I stream when I can. So yeah, just keep an eye out, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. I hope everyone has a great week to come. I'm sorry, but the weekend is nearly over. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, if it's Sunday for you. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Have fun with RCJ. Say hi for me.